Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the nightly market update for Wednesday, July the 15th. And I feel like I'm always saying, we had such a crazy day today, but it just continues. I mean, this has been the craziest market, since the whole coronavirus thing started. And every day it just gives us more and more to work with here. And as we can see, if you were watching overnight, in fact, let me switch this to the ES real quick. Let me pull the ticks over here, switch this to the ES, and I'll show you the overnight action. So this was the close right here. Tuesday, and this is the overnight action. So we got a big gap up, and then a further, and then chop, 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 just staying on the skyline here till 5 a.m. And then we got a big gap up here, and it just took off. We were up 45 points before the market even opened, and then we opened here, and notice, we came back down into here on the ES, and that's about where we closed. So all this action here was just, chopping back and forth in pretty wide range. But let me switch this back to the S&P, and I'll show you kind of what the take on this is. So if you look at this again, the white line here is a voodoo snow line, and we crossed it. This is 3230. We crossed this and chopped around it. We keep coming back to visit the snow line here. Notice just kind of hanging out here, hanging out here, hanging out here. This is where we opened. This is where we closed really at the same spot. This is important because if you remember, if you watched last week's video, I was telling you guys this on last Wednesday night. I was telling you guys this was an important level. And we've hit it twice this week. This was Monday. Monday here. We came up, tagged it, kind of hung out, chopped all over it, and then before the end of the day, remember this? So this was an 80, I think it was an 85 point move, something like that, 80 points. Basically straight down from here, follow through in the morning, and then we've ripped straight back up, right back into this voodoo line again, the snow line. And if we go out a little bit further, this is what I was going to say from the video I did last week. If you remember, I made a big point about this voodoo line, saying that chances are we're going to come back up and retest this, and we did. I didn't know how long it would take, and I also didn't know if we would come back down. This is a tree line here, and this is a snow line here. I didn't know if we'd come back down, and we almost did. We came back down into the 31.35 level here, and then bounced right back up. So, we are in an extended chop mode right now, but I think that's probably going to end probably tomorrow after the close when Netflix reports earnings. That will be the first big name stock, market-moving stock, COVID-19 stock that will report. Now, we've already had a lot of the banks report. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Wells Fargo, etc. have reported, and along with other various names. But tomorrow we've got Bank of America, Abbott Labs, we've got Domino's Pizza. That'll be a good consumer stock. Johnson & Johnson, etc., which are big names, and we'll see. We'll probably get some action out of that. But the biggest one will be, everybody will be kind of holding their breath, wanting to know what Netflix is going to do, because it should at least start to set the tone for the NASDAQ over the next couple of weeks, when we have Tesla and Amazon and Apple and Google, Facebook, down the line. All that stuff is going to be reporting in the next 2-3 weeks. And so this should give us a nice indication, Netflix will. And I'm expecting good earnings out of it. There's no reason to think otherwise. And I'll look at that in just a second. But what that will do, we kind of, are trading in this area here. What I suspect will happen, depending on earnings, if they're bad, just like I was talking about last week, we come to here or lower, or if they're great and it sets the tone and we get follow through with other ones, we go higher. Now let me put this on the Darvas box and grab candles here. This is the actual chart I was looking at last week, and I showed you guys in the video that we were, I don't know, we were like right here last week, and I said, you know, probably we come back down these 34 EMAs, and I have no reason to. This is an upward trend. It has been really from here all the way up, you know, with some slight retracements along the way. There's a big one, but there's no reason to think this trend is not going to continue higher. And you know, and again, we're up here, this upper Darvas box that we're retesting again. So we have to assume, and we'll probably know, you know, well, Netflix reports after the close tomorrow, so it'll be Friday when we, if we get a big push here or if we go lower. So I continue to think that the likely range we need to look at is here, with my opinion that we break out here. Actually, we'll go down to that 34 EMA here and look, you know, from there, you know, higher, assuming that again, Netflix reports good results, the NASDAQ holds up and continues to pull us higher, because the NASDAQ has been super on fire strong. The S&P, it's been following. You know, and the rut is just not even paying attention to what's going on, it doesn't feel like. But anyway, so all eyes are going to be on the NASDAQ next couple of weeks. So the play is to keep a lot of cash, make yourself sit on your hands as much as you can. Be very selective on your trades. I said in the trading room today, you know, and I truly believe this. I always have said this. You know, 80% of trading is waiting on the right setup and the right trade. So you wait, and then when the right setup comes along, you pounce on it. You don't just throw stuff on the wall and see, you know, oh, this might work, that might work. That's not how you do it. So that is what I think. And also, while I've got you guys here, I wanted to show you this. Now, by the time you watch this, this may be over, but this is tonight, Wednesday night at 7 o'clock tonight Central. I'm doing a webinar. So I run a trade service called Bias, and I started in 2013, and I have not had a down year since we started, and I have doubled the account already year to date. And I want to go through and walk through the trades and show, you know, behind the curtain, look under the hood, see what we're doing, see the trades, see the actual trades, the actual results, and all that kind of stuff. This is all public, you know, for and open for anybody that is in the Bias membership. So I want to talk about that. Also, I'm going to, as the next level, I'm doing a personal coaching program that kind of ties into this. So I'd love for you guys to check it out. It will be recorded. If you don't see this tonight, it will be recorded, and you can still watch it, you know, tomorrow or whatever. So be sure and try to catch that. And the link is up here. It's simplertrading.com/7, SEVEN, for 7 years running. And hope you can make it. So thanks for the time. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys at the next update. Take care.